Hello, welcome. Hello. Hello, welcome. This is the global community for adults who are healing CPTSD. We have all been showing up here weekly for over 9 years now. And this is a place where our community who is healing trauma, they choose to show up and check in with one another. And I am one of those people who chooses to show up and check in with our community. My name is Athena. I'll be facilitating our time together tonight. What we've been doing over the last few years is going through a devotional or meditation. And what we've woven in over the years, is a healing strategy and an affirmation and some breath work. So that is what we will be doing tonight. We have our devotional or meditation by Morgan Harper Nichols. Her artwork is what you see up on the screen right now. And what you hear is my voice. Again, my name's Athena. This YouTube channel is sponsored by the Foundation for Post-Traumatic Healing and Complex Trauma Research. And it is such a joy to be here with you week after week. After we do some breath work together and we read our devotional or meditation, then we have a healing strategy from Dr. Ariel Schwartz. And we also have an affirmation from Lisa A. Romano. And that is what we will be doing tonight. So thank you so much for choosing to be here. I am so glad to be here with you. It feels like this past week simultaneously flew by, and it also feels like it's been forever since I've seen you all. But it is so good to see you. I just want to pause and say hello to those who are here with us tonight. Hello to you, Jeffrey Sherman. It's always so good to see you. Hello to you, Kate. So good to see you. Thanks, Kate. Kate says, great new format. Athena, I'm enjoying it. I'm so glad you're enjoying it. Thank you. Yeah, I did a little switch up from what we used to do a couple years back, and it's been working really well. I've gotten a lot of positive feedback from everyone. So thank you so much. Really appreciate you. Hello to you, Craig. A warm welcome to you. I am sending hugs right back to you, and I am saying hello right back to you. I'm sending hearts and waves and smiles back to you, Jeffrey Sherman. And as always, I'm going to describe my setup for you so that you can take a few moments to get very comfortable while we do some breath work. This is a great time for us to be able to regulate our nervous system. When we check in with our body and we are sort of aware of our thoughts and our emotions and anything that we might be feeling in the body as well, it's a really great opportunity for us to regulate. So, hello, John Harvey. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. Hello to you, Midnight Blue. Always so good to see you. I'm sending you hearts right back and saying hello right back to you. So my setup, as I was saying, I am in my workspace and my feet are out in front of me. I have a pillow supporting my posture. I have a glass of cold water nearby for when I lose my voice. And I do lose my voice quite often on Sundays and Mondays. I use my voice a lot on Sundays and Mondays. So thank you for bearing with me if my voice starts to go out a little bit. I will try not to clear my throat in a way that would be distracting or upsetting for you as well. So as I said, we'll do a little bit of breath work. I want to invite you to get a beverage that you might find delicious or enjoyable, perhaps a pillow to support your posture. I am sitting up straight, and I have a strong spine and a soft heart space and a soft belly. And I am looking forward to co-regulating with you and doing some breath work. Hello, wonderful to meet you, Yomi. Wonderful to meet you. Hello, Nadine. Hello, I'm sending you emojis right back. Hello to you, Jennifer. So good to see you. Hey, Ninja Taco. Ninja Taco says, I cannot attend chat today, but I hope you have a great chat. Thank you so much, Ninja Taco. It's so good to see you, Recovery Buddy. It's always so good to see you. Always so good to see you. I hope everything's okay. Hello right back to you, Craig. You are so very welcome. It's always so good to see you. So here we go. I'm going to lead you in the first breath that we take together. And I'll also lead you in the last breath that we take together. And then in between, we're going to breathe on our own, just as we would love to breathe. You're welcome to co-regulate with me and do deep breathing. We're going to do some box breathing. I'll count us in. I'll count our inhales. I'll count our holds. I'll count our exhales. And I will also encourage you to just breathe normally if that's what you find helpful and supportive for your own unique healing journey. Yes, I was thinking about Ninja Taco also, John Harvey. Yeah. Hello, Amanda. Amanda says, I have arrived. Well, we are high-fiving you. We are glad you have arrived. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're so glad to have you. Yes. We're so glad to have you here. So our theme this week is finding joy in safe enough connection. And the reason I say safe enough connection, you might recognize that from like when we talk about Pete Walker, and Pete Walker, who wrote Complex PTSD from Surviving to Thriving. He often references Winnicott, and Winnicott was a philosopher and psychologist, I believe, and he coined the phrase, the good enough mother, meaning that we don't have to be perfect. And I'm borrowing that sort of good enough terminology, and I'm saying that the community that we find doesn't have to be perfectly safe in order for us to feel safe. It only needs to be safe enough. So it is possible for us to find joy in safe enough community. Our goal is always for this to be a safe enough place for you to come and to check in with others and to co-regulate. And I'm always grateful when I get an opportunity to sit with you. So we'll go ahead and read the devotional and meditation by Morgan Harper Nichols. And it is in the theme of finding joy in safe enough connection. And also, we'll do a little bit of a recap with our healing strategy with Dr. Ariel Schwartz. And then we will end with our loving the self affirmation. So here we go. Morgan is talking about the small joys that we are finding when we are in connection. And Dr. Ariel is talking about reconnecting with the body, seeing how we can feel safe enough in the body. And then in our affirmation, Lisa is talking about reconnecting with the self in ways that honors the journey that we are on, and knowing that the negative self-talk that we have is not ours. It is safe for us to connect with the self, and that negative self-talk that we may be experiencing does not belong to us. That's why it doesn't feel safe, because it doesn't belong to us. Okay? So here we go. Let's take a couple of breaths together, and then we will read from Morgan's devotional meditation. We're going to breathe in 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 3, 2, 1. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 3, 2, 1. On your own now, inhale. Exhale. On your own now, inhale. Exhale. Together now. Inhale in 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Exhale longer now. 4, 3, 2, 1. We got a nice deep yawn on that one. That is so good when we can co-regulate like that and get a nice deep yawn together. So how are we feeling? Yes, Kate says, wow, that's interesting. Well done on your breathing. Amanda says, the negative self-talk does not feel safe because it does not belong to us. Yes, you did get that correct, Amanda. Absolutely. It's absolutely not your voice. It doesn't belong to you. Oh, I'm so glad, Yomi. Yomi says, I feel less anxious. Yes, I'm deciding that the negative self-talk that we have in our minds, it obviously comes from old programming, and we didn't program ourselves, we were programmed by others. So I believe the reason that the negative self-talk does not feel safe is because it does not belong to us. And when we are in safe enough connection with ourselves, it means that we're expanding our window of tolerance. We're able to sit with our thoughts and our feelings, and we're able to locate safety. When we are in safe enough community, we can sit with our thoughts and our feelings, and we can still locate safety. And when we're reconnecting with the body through breath work and a bottom-up approach, body-centric modalities and practices and traditions, we can sit with our thoughts and our feelings while being able to locate safety. So that's the idea behind finding joy in safe enough connection. We really want to make sure that we are able to find ways to create pockets of safety in our life where it feels safe in the body. My chat box is moving up and down, and there was a in and out sort of thing that happened with my audio, and it's rather distracting, and I'm wanting to make sure that you all can still hear me now. Thank you so much, Kate. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Yomi. Thank you, John Harvey. All right. I'm going to get a sip of water. I hope you are very, very comfortable. Jennifer says, negative self-talk are all lies and false. We are all made perfect and pure. Yes, we are, Jennifer. Thank you, Jeffrey Sherman. Thank you for letting me know about the sound. Craig says, all my emotions. They were there, but they are shy. My emotions are shy as well. I don't let my emotions out in front of everyone. I'm rather choosy. So here we go. I agree, Kate. Kate says, Jennifer, those are beautiful words. So this is what Morgan is talking about, continuing to nurture the small joys that we are finding in safe enough connection. And she's letting us know here in this particular devotion and meditation about all the different ways we are showing up for ourselves and how that is worth celebrating. There is so much joy to be found in reconnecting with ourselves. Okay? It's the basis for all of our healthy relationships. And as we continue to heal, the relationships around us become healthier. So she says, you are allowed to be proud of yourself for the small ways in which you are finding joy right here, no matter how small. Because finding joy in small things does not mean ignoring or avoiding the big things. Instead, it is a way of paying attention to what might be beautiful and nurturing, even while we are waiting for things to fall into place. Perhaps you are allowing yourself to embark on more side quests. Perhaps you are finding ways to diversify your life through an active kind of waiting. It doesn't mean that the main plot isn't important right now. You may just be realizing that there's more to discover right here. Maybe this looks like intentionally deepening your relationship with someone important in your life. And maybe that person is yourself. Perhaps you are looking for ways to discover or rediscover what you enjoy, even if you don't know how it all connects yet. Or perhaps you're just allowing yourself to be more open and flexible and find joy in the act of discovering. Perhaps you're taking things in stride and you're freeing yourself up to discover what adventures might await, even if they are not a part of your main plot. Or perhaps you're allowing yourself to breathe deeply on winding paths and notice the flowers along the way. Perhaps your energy levels are not where you want them to be. Or maybe there are circumstances making it difficult to explore the things you want to explore right now. But you are learning how to be kind to yourself anyway. You are learning that sometimes finding joy happens in the most subtle ways, from singing along to a song you enjoy, to receiving a funny video in a text thread. Whatever it is, you are learning to cherish these safe enough connections. You are learning to realize that these aren't just fleeting moments. They too have value. And this is the kind of joy that can grow. Perhaps you are moving through some experiences right now that may be hard to name and describe, but you are taking the pressure off of yourself to make sense of it all. You are letting each day be what it needs to be, and in that space, may you know that you are free to encounter joy again. And when you do, may you let it in. Wherever you find yourself today, remember, you have come so far when it comes to paying attention what might be beautiful right here as we find joy in safe enough connection. I hope that is something you found to be helpful and supportive. I really love Morgan. She's been such an integral part of my healing journey. We are going to be moving towards our healing strategy with Dr. Ariel Schwartz. Here we go. So the last couple of weeks, we have been talking about our window of tolerance, which is a phrase that was coined by Dr. Dan Siegel. And it talks about that sweet spot where we can remain connected to our thoughts and our feelings and stay connected to safety. Now, when we look at this from an internal family systems perspective, staying connected to self is the self that the internal family systems model talks about in relation to the exiled parts and the managers and the firefighters. The self is our authentic, true, most grounded, most accessible version of self. And if we're looking at this from a dialectical behavior therapy perspective, we're looking at wise mind. So over the last couple of weeks, we looked at ways that we could connect to the body and stay connected to our thoughts and feelings while we were experiencing emotions, and we were able to connect the bodily sensations with our feelings and our emotions. And we talked about increasing our window of tolerance by sitting with any difficult feelings we might have been having and then noticing where we could feel them in the body. We also talked about a whole bunch of different trauma responses and what they might look like and how we can sit with them and be able to breathe our way through when we are in a trauma response. So this week, Dr. Ariel Schwartz is talking with us about accessing our inner wisdom. Again, in internal family systems, that's what they call the self, and in DBT, it's what they call wise mind. So I love how she walks us through this, and she invites us to continue the experience. I want to check in with you first and just make sure I haven't lost you and see how you're feeling about all of this. Craig says, I'm kicking my emotions out of the house for a while, Athena, so I can clean the house. Oh, Craig. Oh, Your emotions are always welcome. All of our emotions and our feelings are just emotions and feelings. They're just like thoughts. We can't believe every thought that we think because it's simply a thought, right? And our emotions and our feelings are there to point to the parts of us that need healing. Hello, Quiet Inside. It's so good to see you. Quiet Inside says, I'm feeling a bit lost since I haven't been here recently. Oh no, I am so sorry. Well, we just did some breath work. We just connected to the body. And we just read a meditation or devotional from Morgan Harper Nichols. And our theme this week is finding joy in safe enough connection. And so even if you're simply here to connect and say hello to others, we're so very glad that you're here. So very glad that you're here with us. So I'll go ahead and read to you what Dr. Ariel Schwartz is talking about when we're accessing our inner wisdom. And then we'll walk through slowly on what that might look like. And I'll back up a little bit. Okay? And thank you for the movie recommendation, Jennifer. Let us know where you found that. Was it on Amazon Prime or Max or Hulu or Netflix? I believe Amanda was wondering what platform that was on. So here we go. Dr. Ariel says, pause and recall a time when perhaps you were relying heavily on your emotions when you made a decision. Perhaps you were feeling moody or impulsive or chaotic. And in contrast, think back to a time and remember when you may have relied heavily on thinking to reach a decision. And in this case, you might have even second-guessed yourself or even talked yourself out of your true feelings. Perhaps we can also pause and think of a time when we felt both clear-headed and connected to our intuition. Accessing our inner wisdom is like walking a middle path, a balanced approach that takes into account our feelings and our logical reflections. The psychotherapy model called internal family systems refers to that inner wisdom as the self, the calm, confident, and compassionate core of who you are. Dialectical behavior therapy refers to this as your wise mind, the quiet voice in you that simply knows what is right or true. Both of these traditions use the tools of mindfulness to help us connect to our inner wisdom. Accessing our inner wisdom also involves connecting with our embodied knowing. Even as we read these words, and even as you can hear my voice right now, pause and notice the ways that your intuition may be communicating through your senses. Take a moment to reflect upon a current challenge that you may be facing in your life right now. And as you do so, listen for and sense the subtle changes in your belly, chest, or throat. Do you notice small changes in how you are breathing? Rather than overriding these signals, ask yourself, what does my body want me to know? Continue to experiment with this practice over time. See if you can discover how your body, mind, and emotions work together to help you access your inner wisdom. So this is so wonderful. If we can take a moment together to reflect upon a current challenge that we are facing in our life, and as we do, let us listen for and sense the subtle changes in our belly, chest, and throat. Do we notice any small changes in how we are breathing? Rather than overriding these signals, let us pause and ask ourselves, what does my body want me to know now? Continue to experiment with this practice, and over time, let us see if we can discover how our body, mind, and emotions work together to help us access our inner wisdom. Oh no, you guys can't hear me? Oh, please let me know if you can hear me. That's so odd. It says that the sound is working, but I am so sorry to know this. Oh, it's back. Midnight Blue says, my body wants me to maintain strong boundaries with certain people. That sounds like wisdom right there. That is excellent wisdom. I honor you, Midnight Blue. I'm so grateful you shared. Thank you so much for sharing. I honor your process. I honor your journey. Oh, Kate. I'm hoping you can hear me now. Quiet Inside says, my body wants me to know that I deserve gentleness now. No more blaming. No more pushing. Thank you, Jeffrey Sherman. Thank you, The Quiet Inside. Thank you so much for sharing. You do deserve gentleness now. No more blaming. No more pushing. I honor you. I honor your process. That's so beautiful. That sounds like deep wisdom. Such profound wisdom. It sounds like wisdom, Midnight Blue, maintaining strong boundaries with certain people. Yes, I agree with Jeffrey Sherman. The good fight is so hard. Thank you all so much for sharing. I have my hand on my belly and my other hand on my heart space, and my body wants me to know that we are safe now. We are safe now. We are safe now. We're going to close our time together with our healing the self, loving the self rather, affirmation. And I love this note from Lisa here. Lisa is encouraging us about our negative self-talk. Like we were talking about in the beginning of our discussion tonight, about a half an hour ago. Lisa says, this is our affirmation. Are you ready for this? With my hand on my heart, I am declaring this. I know that my negative self-talk isn't even mine. My negative self-talk is the result of faulty programming. Beneath my conditioning is this magnificent creature, me. And today, I will hear my negative self-talk, and when I do, I will remind myself that it is all a lie. It is not even mine. My old faulty belief systems can be unlearned. I am learning to think and feel more appropriately in relation to self. I am worthy, and I always was. I am so grateful that I was able to connect with you all. And in line with this week's theme, I have found such profound joy in being in safe enough community with each and every one of you this week. We have calls like this every single day, twice a day, over at the Foundation. This YouTube channel is sponsored by the Foundation for Post-Traumatic Healing and Complex Trauma Research. There's a link in the description, and there's a link in the chat box. I look forward to seeing you over there. There's also a 24/7 live chat feature where you can connect with others. And it's always a joy to be connected with you. I will see you back here next Monday and every Monday, or I'll see you over in our community. But in the meantime, please be extra kind and extra patient and extra gentle with yourself, because you're worth it. And I look forward to seeing you soon. I'm so grateful for each of you. Good night, everyone.